on? Sifu Joe Keit, Tigers of Trolley Foot in Boynton Beach, Florida. Today I just wanted to go over a really simple tip when it comes to using a Dai Do or a Kwan Do. Now, a lot of Kung Fu styles are out there. Not all of them are equal in every aspect. Some specialize in hand techniques, some specialize in weapons. It's very obvious that the northern style of Kung Fu was much more military and had the weapons and the money to afford these weapons. So I see a lot of times where there's different schools using these weapons, and you can tell that somebody kind of just made their own creation, and that's fine. There's no problem with that. But I want to encourage you to think past what you're learning in your school, think past a form or a style. So let's look at the Dai Do. Each time you learn a weapon, you should try to look at the weapon and understand its design and why was it created that way. So when you say Dai Do, it just means a big blade. There are several different types. There's Keit Do, there's Kwan Do, it goes on and on and on. But if you look at it, it's a staff that has a hand guard, and then it has the blade. So I see a lot of times where people are actually holding it like a spear. They hold it by the very end and they hold it really long like this. Now, it might make sense to keep the weapon really long, but my hand is not guarded. And it's not like in the olden times they were going after people that were unarmed. They were fighting other people with other blades, which is the purpose of this hand guard. So regardless of the technique that you're doing, you should be thinking of your own safety and protecting your hand when you're doing your techniques. So when you're learning this type of training in the styles that I practice, the right hand never leaves this spot. You never slide it back like this. You always keep this hand here, but the left hand slides. So a lot of the times I see people doing techniques, fancy or whatever, and that also is part of our tradition in Kung Fu. A lot of the Kwan Dos, for example, I'll show you guys a Kwan Do, okay? Kwan Dos it's a very heavy weapon, okay? The blade is a little different, and on the very end, a lot of them have a spear tip. This is because this was used while you were on a horse. So when you see some demonstrations of the older masters using this and they're showing off and they're spinning it around their head and their back, is to show off their power and their prowess at a very old age, okay? So let's get back to understanding the design of the weapon. This protects your hand. So if I'm cutting and using this side and something's coming at me, then you use the tail to block. The tail to block either side, lower, high, even circling, and then cutting. Now if I need to really get a lot of momentum and power and spin it, then this hand will slide closer to this side. It will not slide away from. I also lose my control of the blade. So by sliding the other hand in, now I can switch and either go behind my back or come around and do various techniques where the tail actually will help the blade. So with this is a weapon that foot soldiers use to cut the horse's legs off in battle, and it's a little bit more easier to use because it is lighter. The Kwan Do, again, is heavier for a reason, mainly a horseback weapon. So I hope you guys will enjoy this. If you like the video, please like, comment, and share, and share with other Kung Fu enthusiasts. It's good to always think beyond what you're learning in your school, to look at a weapon and why it was designed that way. All right, this is Sifu Joe Keit, Tigers of Trolley Foot. You guys have a great one.